Hello and welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. This is Eric. Today we're going to do Game 3 of our 1977 Red Sox replay. The Red Sox split the first two games of the season so far. They were 0-2 in the actual season, so we're one ahead of that. They would lose this game to go to 0-3, so hopefully we can sneak out another win and get another win up on the season here in this replay. They did finish 2.5 games out of first place, so hopefully we can close that gap fairly on and win the American League East. So let's see what we can do tonight. Let's take it one game at a time. So the Red Sox will be traveling to Chicago now after 2 games at Fenway, which I believe one of them probably got rained out. They're just 2 games here in Chicago, and with a 3-day gap in between this and their next series. So I believe there was another probably rainout in Chicago here. Very likely a lot of rainouts in the early season. But anyway, without further ado, let's get this game underway. Alrighty. So this is a game from April 12th of 1977, game number 3 on the season. The Red Sox lineup is as follows. Rick Burleson, the shortstop, will lead it off. Today, Doug Griffin gets to start at second base in place of Denny Doyle, who gets the day off. Jim Rice is the DH batting third today, so he'll get a day off from the field. George Scott is the first baseman today. Batting cleanup, the left fielder is Carl Yastrzemski. In center is Dwight Evans once again. Fred Lynn injured for the start of the season. Butch Hobson is the third baseman, moving up to number 7. He has hit 2 home runs already on the season. So Don Zimmer, seeing that his power is there, puts him up a little higher in the order. Bob Montgomery will get the start behind the plate, with Carlton Fisk getting the day off, at least to start, and Bernie Carbo will play the field today instead of DHing in right field. So that's the Red Sox lineup against Ken Brett, the brother of George Brett. And I just wanted to point out that in the last game, I believe it was Al Fitzmaurice started for the Cleveland Indians, and he just recently passed away. So condolences to his family, and I just definitely remember him. And there was another player from the Indians too, the first baseman. I think it was Bill Melton, who, ironically, we had in our NP3 National Pastime 3 baseball game, which we just recorded, playing for the, I believe it was the Chicago White Sox, I think it was. So he just passed away. So condolences to him, his family too, also. Anyway, so the starting pitcher again is Ken Brett. Ken Brett comes in, had a 13-14 record in 1977 with a 4.53 earned run average, 225 innings pitched, 258 hits allowed. He walked 53 and struck out only 80 in those 225 innings and allowed 25 homers. So it looks like he already pitched so far, which is kind of weird. But there is like a 5-day gap, I believe, since the opening day. So I guess it does make sense. But so far on the season, he's 0-1 with a 6.75 earned run average. And let's take a look at his card quickly to see who he pitched against. Yeah, his stats: 4.7. Ooh, no box score. I guess I didn't get the output for the box score. I thought I did. I'll have to change that. Anyway, who did he pitch against? He pitched on it must have been opening day on the 7th. Anyway, all right. So behind Brett is going to be Ralph Garr in left, Chet Lemon in center, and Richie Zisk in right. In the infield, it's Eric Soderholm at third. Alan Bannister is the shortstop. George Order at second, and I think it was Shane Spencer, is it? Oh, Jim Spencer. Jim Spencer. Jim Spencer at first. I remember him with the Yankees. And behind the plate is Jim Essien. So the defense for the White Sox, not much range, mostly 4s, except for Soderholm is a 2 at third, and Spencer is a 1 at first. But up the middle, not very good, range of 4, and pretty high error ratings, with Bannister being the worst at an E48 at shortstop. Essien pretty good behind the plate, average arm, low error rating, but a range of 2. And Ken Brett, pretty good fielder at a 2 E13. All right. So Rick Burleson will lead it off. Rick Burleson comes in hitting .222 in 9 at-bats. For the season, he hit .293, 3 homers, and 52 runs batted in. Brett looks in for the sign. Here's the windup and the pitch to Burleson. And again, we still do not have the ballparks put in yet, so. And that's going to be a ground ball to third. Soderholm has it. Up with it, over to first for out number 1. So that's how we'll begin. Doug Griffin getting his first at-bat of the season. He only had 6 at-bats in the actual season, so he's not long for this replay. So we'll enjoy him while we can. He did not get a hit in this season, so I don't expect him to do much here. So here's the pitch, and watch him get a hit now. And watch him get a single. So let's see here. So we're going to hold him. So Doug Griffin gets a hit, which is a lot better than he did in his 6 at-bats in the actual season. So Jim Rice up there now. Jim Rice hit .320 with 39 homers and 114 runs batted in the actual season. He comes in 3 for 10 so far with 2 doubles. Had a good game, too, after striking out a couple times in Game 1, and Red Sox falling just short in Game 1. So it's going to be off the 5 column of Brett, and that's going to be a ground ball to short. Good news. So Red Sox looking for a 1 through 6 to have it be a base hit. Nope. Can it be an error? No, he's going to handle it. And flips the order for 1. Back to first, and that is going to be a double play. No, it's not going to be a double play, sorry. I guess Griffin was able to beat it at second. Okay, so I guess there's only one play that looked like a double play, but I guess not. Anyway, so runner in scoring position with 2 down now for George Scott. Scott comes in with a home run already this season. 2 for 8 with an RBI, a solo home run. In the actual season, he hit .269, 33 homers, 95 runs batted in. Here's the windup and the pitch off the 2 column. Not good for Scott there, unless he can roll a 3 possibly. And nope, that's going to be a 4. And he'll ground to Bannister, flips over to first to retire the side. So after 1/2 inning, Boston nothing, and the White Sox coming up. The White Sox lineup will be Ralph Garr will hit first and play left field. Alan Bannister, the shortstop, hits second. George Order, the second baseman, bats third. Richie Zisk The right fielder is the cleanup hitter. Jim Spencer, the first baseman, hits 5th. Oscar Gamble, he would join the Yankees later on, is the DH today, hitting 6th. Batting 7th is Eric Soderholm, the third baseman. Chet Lemon in center field hits 8th, and Jim Essien behind the plate will be the number 9 hitter. So Rick Wise takes the hill for the Red Sox. I believe this is the last season with the Red Sox. He was 11-5 with a 4.77 earned run average. This is his first start of the year. 128 innings pitched, 151 hits allowed, 28 walks, 85 strikeouts, and allowed 19 long balls. Behind Wise is Yastrzemski in left, Evans in center, Carbo in right. The infield left to right is Hobson, Burleson, Griffin, and Scott. Behind the plate is Monty, Bob Montgomery. So Red Sox with a pretty good defense, the worst being Bob Montgomery behind the plate. Only has a 4 range and a below average arm. All the infield except for Hobson have a 2 range. And Hobson, nope, actually it's going to be Burleson and Scott, both of the E25s, the worst in the infield. But overall, a very good defense with Yastrzemski having a 1 range in left, Evans a 2 range in center, and Carbo having a 3 range in right. Very low error ratings. And Yastrzemski having an E0. And Evans with an excellent arm in center. And Carbo with a pretty good arm in right. Also Yastrzemski pretty good in left. So very good defense for the Red Sox, especially in the outfield. So Ralph Garr leads it off. Ralph Garr comes in hitting .308 in 13 at-bats for the season. He hit 300, 10 homers, 54 runs batted in. Here's the windup in the pitch off Wise's 5 column. That's going to be a ground ball back to the pitcher. Wise with a 2 range. And he'll field it. And he did not commit an error, so he will not commit one here. So, all right, so 1 up and 1 down. That'll bring up the shortstop, Alan Bannister. Bannister off to a fast start. 6 hits and 11 at-bats, 545 average for the homer and 3 runs batted in. And a triple also. For the actual season, he hit .275, 3 homers, 57 ribbies. Here's the windup in the pitch. Off the 4 column. That's a fly ball right field. See if Carbo can get to this one. And he does not. It falls in. And that will be a 1-out base runner for the White Sox. So Bannister, a 17 running rating, so he is a threat to steal. Scott will hold him on. So that'll bring up George Order, the second baseman. Order hitting just .154 for the season with a double, 3 runs batted in. For the actual season, he hit .282, 11 homers, 84 runs batted in. Wise looks in for the sign, looks at the runner. Here's the windup in the pitch. It's going to be off the 4 column. And that will be Wise's first strikeout as Order looks at a strike 3. So 2 down now for the right fielder, Richie Zisk. Richie Zisk had a great season in 1977, .290 average with 30 homers, 101 runs batted in. So far hitting .300, 3 for 10, with 2 homers already and 3 runs batted in. And that's going to be off the 2 column. And a home run chance here. It's going to go to right. Carbo goes back up against the wall, and he will make the catch. Another 3 feet, and that would have been gone, but Carbo was able to haul it in. And that will do it for the White Sox in the first. So, no score after 1. Head to the second with the Red Sox sending up Yastrzemski, Evans, and Hobson. If anybody gets on Montgomery. See Yastrzemski hitting just .143, 1 for 7 with a double, an RBI. He's walked twice. For the season, he hit 296, 28 homers, 102 runs batted in. The lefty looks in for the sign, facing the lefty Yastrzemski. Here's the windup and the pitch. And nothing doing here. Best thing about this card is all the X values with a lot of range checks. So Bannister with a 4 range here. And he'll get to it. And retire Yastrzemski for out number 1. Sooner or later, the defense hopefully will let down the White Sox. So it's a good day here at Comiskey Park. So Comiskey Park has ballpark ratings of left field and right field 1 through 11 for singles, and only 1 to 6 for home runs. So a little bit more better chance than most ballparks of getting a single, but less chances of getting a home run, and only 1 to 6 for both left and right field on a good day. All right, so Dwight Evans up there now. Dwight Evans comes in and hitting 500 on that season, 3 for 6 with a homer and 2 runs batted in. One of the heroes of Game 2, which the Red Sox won. So for the actual season, he hit 287, 14 homers, 36 runs batted in. Here's the windup and the pitch off the 4 column. And that's going to be a ground ball to third. Soderholm fires across to Spencer for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 down for the Red Sox here in the second. Butch Hobson hitting 250, 2 for 8, but both of those hits were home runs. 5 runs batted in. Brett looks in for the sign. Here's the windup and the pitch. Ooh, has a chance here. And that's going to be hit into the gap. And that'll get down and go all the way to the wall. Lemon throws it back in, but now for Hobson is safely at second with a 2-out double. So the Red Sox have the opportunity here. Put a run across. Bob Montgomery comes to the plate. Montgomery's first at-bat of the season. For the actual season, 40 at-bats, he hit 300 with 2 homers, 7 runs batted in. So a rare start for Montgomery. And it's going to be off the 2 column. And Montgomery will draw the walk. That'll bring up Bernie Carbo. Bernie Carbo has some pop. 299 for the actual season with 15 homers, 34 runs batted in 228 at-bats. So far, 2 for 5 with an RBI. Here's the windup and the pitch. And a chance here off the 6 column. And that's going to be a base hit. Hobson will round third. And he'll be sent. And we'll hold Montgomery. So Hobson scores the first run of the game. So Carbo with an RBI single. The Red Sox are on the board first, 1-0 here in the top of the second. So top of the order, Burleson up there now. Burleson's 0 for 1 on the day. Off the 1 column. And that's a ground ball to short. His counterpart will throw him out for out number 3. But the Red Sox do scratch a run across. And it's 1-0 after 1.5. So Wise now with a 1-run lead. He'll face Spencer, Gamble, and Soderholm. Spencer comes in, hitting 364 on the season, and 11 at-bats with a homer, 4 runs batted in. 247 hitter with 18 homers, 69 ribbies for the season. And it's off his 1 column. And that's going to get down. Carbo gets it back in quickly and holds Spencer to a long single. So leadoff runner on. Scott will hold him on. Is a threat to steal. Not a lot of speed, but does get a jump quite a bit with a steal 75% here. So Wise looks in for the sign. Oscar Gamble up to the plate now. Hitting just 143 in 7 at-bats. 297 with 31 homers, 83 runs batted in, so Gamble does have some power. And Spencer cannot get a good lead. Here's the windup in the pitch. And that's strike three swinging. So Gamble tried to give the White Sox a 2-1 lead there, but it comes up empty. So Spencer at first now with Eric Soderholm, the third baseman. He has a bit of pop. 280 hitter for the season. 25 homers, 67 runs batted in. So far, just 1 for 10, but that one hit is a 2-run homer. Well, it's a homer. I don't know if it's a 2-run homer. He does have 2 RBIs off the 5 column. And that's going to get down. Evans with it. Let's see if they send Spencer home. And no, they'll hold him at third with 1 down. So runners on second and third for Chet Lemon. So 2 runners in scoring position. Chet Lemon, 273 hitter for the season, 19 homers, 67 runs batted in. 3 for 12 so far on the 77 season in the replay with 2 runs batted in. Runners get their leads. Wise looks at them, throws, and that's going to be a ground ball. Burleson with it. And the runner was off. Runners were off on contact, so that will get the run home as Burleson gets the out at first. So an RBI ground out for Lemon ties the score at 1. So Jim Essien, the catcher, up to the plate now. Essien's had just 1 at bat on the season. He's 1 for 1. 273 hitter with 10 homers, 44 runs batted in on the actual season. And it's going to be off the 6th column, and that's going to be a fly ball to left. Yastrzemski has good range, so he will put this one away. Not even a chance of getting a hit or an error here. So Yastrzemski, an excellent defender in left. Yep, don't even need to roll that. Yastrzemski sizes it up, and he'll make the catch. The White Sox get a run on the RBI ground out, and it ends up 1-1 after 2. So Doug Griffin up now. Doug Griffin got his hit so far, which is better than he did the whole season, the actual season. So the corners are in. Griffin looking to get another hit here. Is a wind up in the pitch, and that won't happen here, as Griffin has anything on his card will definitely not be a hit, as he doesn't even have a possibility. Not even a range check. Although I think all the range checks come off the pitcher's card anyway. Alright, so Griffin's retired. That'll bring up Jim Rice 0 for 1 on the day. And Rice's worst column is 3 column. And he'll strike out, swinging for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 down in the Red Sox third. So Brett will face Scott here. Scott 0 for 1 on the day. Off the 4 column. And that's a range check, ground ball to third. And Soderholm's up with it, over to first. The Red Sox go 1, 2, 3 in the third. Corners are in for Ralph Garr. Wise looks in for the sign. Here's the windup in the pitch. Ground ball to first. Waves off Wise and takes it himself for out number 1. That'll bring up Bannister. Bannister's 1 for 1 on the day. And that looks like it's going to be a base hit. Past the dive of Griffin. So Bannister 2 for 2 on the day now. Being held by Scott. George Orta up to the plate now. And... oh, Wise picks him off. So Rick Wise picks up Bannister. Got a little too far away from the bag. And he's picked off. So the base is empty now with 2 down for George Orta. Order for 1. And that's a ground ball to Griffin. Over to Scott. And that will do it. So after 3, 1-1. Ken Brett will face Yastrzemski, Evans, and Hobson. Off the 2 column. And that's going to be a fly ball to the left. Gar's under it and makes the catch for out number 1. That'll bring up Evans 0 for 1 on the day. That'll be off the 1 column. And that is a foul ball out of play. Next pitch. And he misses it this time. So 2 down for the Red Sox. Hobson up to the plate now. He's 1 for 1 with a double. That's off the 6 column. And another strikeout for Brett. And that'll do it for the Red Sox in the 4th. So after 3.5, it's Boston 1 and Chicago 1. Richie Zisk 0 for 1. Off the 4 column. And another strikeout swinging. So lots of strikeouts today for both pitchers. That'll bring up Jim Spencer 1 for 1 with a run scored. And it's off the 1 column. Oh, and this one has a chance to go. This one's hit deep, 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 and gone. Just out of the reach of Evans. And just like that, the White Sox go up 2-1 on the home run by Jim Spencer. All right, Oscar Gamble up there now. And that's going to be a ground ball to Hobson. Uh-oh. Not as bad as a 78 card, but still a big chance to get an error. Gets to it. And sandwiched in between the E1 and E2. He makes the play. So 2 down now for Eric Soderholm. Off the 5 column. That's a ground ball to the Rooster. Over to Scott. And that'll retire to side. But the White Sox take the lead on the solo home run by Jim Spencer. And it's 2-1 as we head to the 5th. Red Sox Montgomery will lead it off. He walked his first time up. Oh, it looks like he's going to get hit by a pitch here. And he takes first on the hit by pitch, yes. Montgomery hit by a pitch. Spencer will hold him on, although he's not a threat to steal. That'll bring up Bernie Carbo. Carbo 1 for 1 with knocked in the only Red Sox run. It's off the 1 column. Oh, and this is a chance for 2 here. Orta is able to turn the double play. So 2 down now with the bases empty for Rick Burleson, top of the order. 1 column. And that's going to be a base hit. Past the dive of Bannister. And Soderholm. Closer to Soderholm, look like. Alright, so Burleson on with a 2-out single. Doug Griffin there. And come on, range check. Nope. Line out to short. Almost got through, but not quite. And that'll do it for the Red Sox here in the 5th. So halfway through, it's 2-1 Chicago. Lemon will come up first. He's 0 for 1 with an RBI ground out. And it's a fly ball to right. Carbo with a range of 3. Gets to it. And makes the catch. So a nice catch by Carbo. Looks like he took a little bit of a weird angle to get to it, but is able to make the catch for out number 1. So Jim Essien up there now, 0 for 1 on the day. And that is going to be caught by Rick Burleson. Looks like that was an excuse me catch there. Stuck out his glove and is able to haul it in. So 2 down now. Top of the order, Gar. Gar hitless on the day. Chance here, though, off the 6 column. And that's going to be a catcher's card. Oh, G3. Grounder in front of the plate. Monty picks it up. Over to first, gets him by a step. So, all right. Let's get a sip of kombucha here. Couple sips. All right. So the Red Sox up top of the 6th, down by a run. They'll have the heart of the order, Rice, Scott, and Yastrzemski. Rice hitless on the day. Off the 6th column. And that's going to be a fly ball to left. Gar is under it and makes the catch. So Rice just missed that one. Then I bring up the boomer, George Scar, also hitless on the day, 0 for 2. And that's going to be a base hit up the middle. So the boomer's on with 1 out. Captain Kyle Yastrzemski up there now, 0 for 2 on the day also. See what he can do. Another one off the 4 column. That's a ground ball to first. Spencer's up with it. Throws to second for 1. And they'll get the lead runner anyway. So Scott retired. Yastrzemski on the fielder's choice. And Dwight Evans 0 for 2 on the day. And, ooh, Evans, good column. Here's 2 column. Home run chance here. Hit deep to center. Lemon going back, up against the wall. And gone. So Evans with a 2-run homer. His 2nd of the year. Puts the Red Sox back on top, 3-2. So Dwight Evans gets into one there and puts the Red Sox back on top, 3-2. Hobson up there now, 1 for 2 with a double. And he takes a call, 3rd strike. But damage done as the Dwight Evans hits a 2-run homer to give the Red Sox a 3-2 lead as we head to the bottom of the 6th. So Wise now with a 1-1 lead. So that'll bring up the top of the order. Well, number 2 hitter, Bannister. He's 2 for 2 on the day, pair of singles. And he remains perfect as he draws the walk. So 3rd time Bannister's been on base. He was picked off last time by Wise. Let's see, you probably hold it close now. So order up there now with Bannister on first. It's a hit and run. And that's going to be a fly ball to center. Evans reaches out and ranges over and makes the catch. Bannister rushes back to first. He was beyond second when Evans made the catch. Just lucky to get back. So 1 down now for Richie Zisk. Hitless on the day. Wise holds the runner. And he just wind up in the pitch. And strikes out swinging. So, 4th strikeout for Rick Wise. Bannister holds at first. Jim Spencer up there now. He homered his last time up. 2 for 2 on the day. Wise has got to be careful with him. Here's the wind up in the pitch. And it's a fly ball to left field, but not hit nearly as hard as last time. And Carbo is over and makes the catch. So as we head to the 7th, Red Sox hold a 3-2 lead. Montgomery up there first, walked and hit by a pitch. And that's going to be a base hit. Past Bannister into the outfield. So leadoff runner is on. Red Sox could use some insurance run. So Carbo up there now, 1 for 2 with an RBI. And Carbo will draw the walk. Lots of strikeouts on that column, but he's able to find the walk there. And Red Sox have runners on first and second with nobody out. Corners are going to play in. Spencer and Soderholm in on the grass. For the Rooster, Rick Burleson, 1 for 3. And that's going to be it for, yeah, I'm already forgetting who the pitcher is. That's going to be it for the Chicago pitcher. And Ken Brett, sorry. Ken Brett will hit the showers. And it's going to be Dave Hamilton, I think it is. Dave. I want to say Dave. Am I right? Yeah, Dave Hamilton comes in. 4-5 record for the actual season. 340, 61 earned run average. 9 saves. This obviously a non-save situation, being down a run. This is his first appearance of the season. So he's a lefty. So Burleson 1 for 3. Looking to give the Red Sox some insurance. Corners are still in. Here's the windup and the pitch. Off the 1 column. And that's going to be a fly ball to right. Monty tags. But he'll hold as the throw comes in the 3rd. So 1 down now for Doug Griffin, 1 for 3 on the day. Oh, and that's going to be a ground ball to short. Over to second for 1, back to first, double play. So the Red Sox miss a golden opportunity now as we hit the 7th inning stretch. 3-2 Boston. All right, so what pitcher had the most losses in 2018 in the National League? I have no idea on that one. Anybody got an idea? If you do, submit your answer now. All right, let's see who that is. Tanner Rourke with 15. Was he with the Nationals then? I'm not sure. Might have been. Anyway, yeah, Tanner Rourke with 15 losses. I remember seasons where, what was it? Phil Niekro was like, what, 21-20 or something like that with the Braves? Something ridiculous like that. One of those seasons in the 70s there, I believe. Alrighty. With probably like a 3.5 ERA. Alright, so Oscar Gamble will lead it off. Rick Wise back on the hill. It's probably going to be his last inning here in the bottom of the 7th. So Oscar Gamble, Eric Soderholm, Chet Lemon up for the White Sox. So here's the windup in the pitch off the 6th column. Ground ball to second. Griffin with a 2 range. Gets to it. And makes the play for out number 1. All right. Next up will be Eric Soderholm. Soderholm 1 for 2 with a double. Here's the pitch by Wise. Ooh, that's his sweet column there, the 2 column. Oh, home run chance here. Hit deep, deep, deep. Yastrzemski goes back, back, back against the wall and makes the catch. So the wind killed that one. Definitely earlier in the ball game, that might have been out of here, but not so today. Not so at this time. So a scare there for Wise. And the Red Sox, it remains 3-2. 2 down now. Brings up Chet Lemon, the center fielder. Lemon 0 for 2 with an RBI. 6 column. And that's going to be a fly ball to center. This one will stay in the park. Evans ranges over and makes the catch. Ooh, we had, yeah. Made that one look easy. So we head to the top of the 8th. The Red Sox cling to a 1-run lead, 3-2. They'll send Rice, Scott, and Yastrzemski up. Again, the heart of the order. Rice hitless on the day, 0 for 3. 5 column. And that's going to be hit to left. And Gar, once again, will make the catch for out number 1. So Rice having a tough day today. Scott 1 for 3. Got to hit his last time up. And that's a fly ball to left. Good chance here. Oh, no, he gets to it. And makes the catch. So Red Sox unable to take advantage of poor range by the Chicago White Sox today. Cannot get the dice rolls. Yastrzemski 0 for 3 with a run scored. I believe he scored the go-ahead run. Well, the tying run, sorry, on Evans' home run. So 3 column. And that's going to be a ground ball to Orta. Up with it, over to Spencer, and that will do it for the Red Sox. 1, 2, 3 in the 8th. This looks like Wise might be up there for the 8th inning here. Yeah, looks like they're going to keep him in. Zimmer's going to go with him, at least to start the inning. There is action in the Red Sox bullpen. As it looks like Tom Murphy and Jim Willoughby are loosening up. Looks like it's just Willoughby now, possibly. All right, here we go. So Jim Messian up to the plate. 0 for 2 on the day. And he draws the walk. Zimmer's pacing around. The lefty up there now. So it looks like Gar. Boy, he's 0 for 3 on the day. Looks like that's going to be it for Wise, though. As Zimmer makes his slow trot. And it looks like he's going to go with the lefty, Tom Murphy, at least for one batter. So that'll be it for Rick Wise today. Leaves with a 3-2 lead, but responsible for the base runner at first. So corners will play in. Oops, I didn't take him out. Hold on there. Hold on there. Tom Murphy. Let's try this again. Let's look at Tom Murphy again. Yeah, I guess we will. There we go. So Tom Murphy. His first appearance of the season. 2-2 record. 2 saves. 4.79 earned average. 83 innings pitched. 107 hits allowed. 30 walks. 39 strikeouts. And 12 homers allowed. So corners are in. Expecting the bunt. So here's the windup in the pitch to Gar. And looks like it'll be a pinch runner for Essien. It'll be Nyman. Tim Nyman, is it? No, Niles Nyman. I haven't even heard of him. He had 1 at bat in 1977. So it looks like this is his one and only game, possibly. unless he's just a pinch runner. So Nyman with a 15 base running. So Red Sox expecting the bunt. Here's the windup and the pitch to Gar. Ooh, puts one down. And it goes foul. So 1-2 now. See if they keep the bunt on. Corners are still in for the Red Sox. Oh, it looks like he's going to swing away. Oh, and that's going to be a base hit. Up the middle. Nyman will hold at second. So first and second. Uh-oh. Oh, God. Flashbacks of the 1978 bullpen are haunting me now. So first and second, I think that's going to be it for Murphy as Zimmer's going to come out. They didn't have the 3-batter rule back then, so it looks like they're going to bring in Jim Willoughby. He's going to come in. Oh, boy. So that's it, as Murphy cannot get his job done. So first and second with nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th. Bannister 2 for 2 already on the day with a walk. Red Sox could use a double play here. So Bannister, Willoughby looks in for the sign, looks at the runners. Oh, what's going on here? It's going to be a bunt. The corners were playing in. And they do get the out at first, but now the tying runs at third and the go-ahead run in scoring position. George Order up there now. Oof. Oh, man. Infield's playing in. Do we want to put the Order at first for Zisk? Because Zisk's got a lot of power. Willoughby is good against lefties, so I'm going to not intentionally walk him. They're going to pitch to Order, but they're going to be careful with him. So here's the windup in the pitch. Infield is in. And he draws the walk anyway. So the intentional walk. So that's going to load the bases for Richie Zisk. Infield playing in. Oh, God. Here's the windup in the pitch. It's going to be off the 5 column. Oh, and that's the worst result could be there. That's going to go all the way to the wall. That's going to be a double. That should clear the bases. And nope, they're going to hold Order at third, but that's going to give the White Sox the lead, and it's 4-3 Chicago. Ugh. No action in the Red Sox pen. So infield once again playing in. Oh. And that's hit to Griffin, who stabs it. Rob Spencer that time. Whew. So 2 down now. Red Sox looking to hold it to a 1-run deficit. So dangerous Oscar Gamble up there now. And it's going to be a fly ball to center. Evans is under it and makes the catch, but damage done as the White Sox plate 2 as we head to the 9th. Down by a run. Looks like Hamilton's going to stay in there for the... looks like Nordhagen's going to come in behind as the catcher. Each team has left 5 base runners on. So it looks like another possible exciting finish here. Red Sox will send Evans, Hobson, and we'll see if they pinch hit from Montgomery possibly. I would think they would. If Fisk, it looks like he's loosening up in the Red Sox pen there. Swinging a bat lightly. So Evans, who put the Red Sox ahead, up to the plate now, 1 for 3 with a homer. Here's the windup in the pitch. And that's going to be hit to right field, but it'll stay in the park. And Zisk will make the catch for out number 1. So 1 down now for Butch Hobson, 1 for 3 with a double. And that's a fly ball. It's a ballpark. Lemon is under it and makes the catch. So 2 down now. So Minnesota leads Seattle 4-3. California over Oakland 11-2. Detroit and Toronto 6-5 Detroit Tigers. And Baltimore leads Milwaukee 2-1. So Montgomery, he's coming back to the dugout. And it looks like Fisk will grab a bat. Yeah, he's their best bet. Fisk's going to grab a bat. And he'll come in the pinch hit for Montgomery. Red Sox down by a run. Looks like they're going to try to pitch around Fisk as Nordhagen goes up to talk to Hamilton. Make sure they're on the same page. So Red Sox down to the last out here. Carlton Fisk steps in the box. Here's the windup and the pitch. And not looking good for the Red Sox. Off to one column. And that's going to be a ground ball to order over to first. And that will do it for the Red Sox. As they're unable to close it out. And they go down 4-3 to the White Sox. The actual game, they lost 5-2. So at least it was a little closer. But Red Sox had a chance there. But are unable to capitalize. So Red Sox fall to 1-2. Red Sox with 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors. White Sox with 4 runs, 7 hits, and no errors. Let's see here. The winning pitcher is going to be Dave Hamilton. 3 innings pitched. No hits, no runs. He pitched a perfect 3 innings. So Dave Hamilton shuts the door on the Red Sox after Ken Brett pitched 6 innings, laying up 7 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, and a home run to Evans. Rick Wise went 7 innings, pitching, giving up 5 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. Tom Murphy takes the loss, giving up 1 hit and the only batter he faced, and that runner came around to score. That was an earned run. Jim Willoughby has a blown save, his first, allowing 1 hit, walking a batter in 1 inning of work. So the hitting stars for the White Sox: Alan Bannister 2 for 2, Richie Ziska 1 for 4 with 2 runs batted in, and the big blow, Jim Spencer 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored, including a solo home run. Chet Lemon with an RBI. No Red Sox hitter with more than 1 hit. Dwight Evans with a 2-run homer. So Evans hit his 2nd home run of the season. Jim Spencer also hitting his 2nd for the White Sox. So the Red Sox fall to 1-2. They were 0-3 on the actual season, so still a 1-game improvement. So next game will be on Wednesday, April 13th, which will be the very next day. And let's take a look at the starting pitchers. Starting pitchers will be Fergie Jenkins, who lost on opening day for the Red Sox, will face Bart Johnson for the White Sox. And that is that is Wednesday, April 13th. An afternoon game, 1:20 p.m. Wow, attendance was only 5,344 for tomorrow's game in actuality. Let's see what the attendance was for today. Yeah, it was 34,000 for today's game, and then only 5,000 for the next game. So it must have been bad weather, probably, and which probably led into the cancellation of the next day's game. Anyway, Red Sox fall 4-3. Let's take a look at our standings here after today's game. So let's take a quick look at the standings. So Baltimore is in first with 3-1. Cleveland's a half game behind them. Followed by Yankees, Toronto, Red Sox 1-2, Detroit's 1-4, Milwaukee 1-3. Kansas City off to a good start, 4-0. White Sox 3-1. Minnesota, California, Seattle 3-4. Oakland and Texas 1-3. So, yep. So that is it. So, Zarek from Higher Ground Gaming. I will see you for Game 4 of the 1977 season. So take care and God bless. And also check out our National Pastime 1970s replay. We're going to be playing that. But take a look at that. So take care and God bless. Bye-bye now.